Chocolate production log, February 5th, 2024. Last evening, I received from Walmart a canister of granulated sugar. Didn't realize we already had one in the apartment, unfortunately, so that was a bit of a waste. And a whisk, and I decided to attempt to make chocolate again, this time not with honey, as I've been accustomed, since I dislike the texture it produces and the chocolate comes out gooey, never fully sets, but instead to do it with Hershey's cocoa powder, melted butter, and granulated sugar. Production, disastrous. Melting the butter in the microwave was fine. I used a quarter cup of butter, quarter cup of cocoa powder, and I forget how much sugar. I think a quarter cup of sugar as well. And melting the butter was just challenging. Well, it wasn't challenging, but attempted to mix the melted butter and the cocoa powder and the sugar in a blender, and the yield was low. Very hard to work with. I believe this is principally due to the granulated sugar being used, which is unfortunate. Did not come out very liquidy, very hard to pour into molds. I could not get a good chocolate bar, perhaps it's because I used too few ingredients. Could only get 5 or 6 chocolate bears, half chocolate bears. And as you can see from the back of this one, they come out a little warped. My hope is by switching to powdered sugar in the future, I can make a finer, more liquid sort of soup, for lack of a better word, to freeze into chocolates. That said, the switch to honey was fantastic. Look at the detail on this bear. Like, all the mold details are fantastic. Came out very easily. I think this is a definite good switch. It's still a little bit melty in my hands, but I suppose that's to be expected. Still don't have access to food grade cocoa butter, which I think would help with that, as opposed to just coconut oil or butter. Maybe trying coconut oil with the confectioner sugar as well would be a good idea. I might just prefer the butter. I don't like coconuts super much. But yeah, production was difficult. I hope that the dishwasher has cleaned my blender sufficiently, because chocolate is a messy thing. But I'm going to try this chocolate bear with a little bow tie, and we'll see how it goes. Tastes good. Tastes like chocolate. Tastes like darker chocolate. Ideally, next time I'll add a bit more sugar, maybe some milk, just to lighten things up. Texture. Grainy. I used granulated sugar, so it's not surprising that these bears feel like they're made out of sand. This one didn't come out of the mold quite as well, but still a far cry, still a lot better than the ones I made with honey. And you can sort of see this granulated, grainy texture on the back. So that's something I'll have to make a change for in the future. The powdered sugar, like I tried one of these yesterday. Powdered sugar is already in my Walmart cart. So that's an exciting change. I think next time I'll also just have to make more. Use more butter, use more honey, use more cocoa powder, just use more all of it, and just mix it with the whisk I bought instead of a blender, because there was still lots of that could have been due to the sugar maybe affecting the dynamics, but the bottom of the blenders had like a lot of cocoa powder that was just like loose and dry, so I think using a whisk would be a better tool. I think I might just take these to school in a mason jar. Not put in the fridge, right? I just leave them out. See if they melt. See how they hold up. Because like the honey ones would congeal into a mass. I made some chocolates for a friend of these bears, and they just congealed into a solid mass because of the honey. This might not happen with these though, so I'm excited to see how that turns out. But yeah. Chocolate production log complete. Best of luck on the next one.